Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Plows through the defense. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll go with a direct snap. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
He's got great speed.
The return is brought down at the 48, and the Florida State offense will take over. First and 10.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. He wants to throw. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll take it himself. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more space.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The run from the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Movement here from the tight end. Keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Gators in the hurry-up. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position. Way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And they tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He wants to pass it on second down. Pulls it in. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Running behind that left side. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Setting up the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback now breaking the field. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice and disciplined by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sidelines to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Going up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Cherry. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great seminal running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
He's there to make the stop.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look to...
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Turns it on at midfield. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Motion from the offense. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On second down, he'll fire. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. but then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Gator. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Stanford. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Seminoles. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Florida! What a catch and run for 6. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Throws for the tight end. And the missed connection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
This time it's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat. on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gator! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Coming out with it, it's Cherry. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And the Florida State offense will take over. First and 10.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He unleashes a long one. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He now has 79 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
Get set, get set.
Looking for room, it's Henderson. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Florida, 42. Florida State, 21.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Let's go. They keep attacking through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break and tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Now the toss. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 4.
Gain of 7.
Room to operate.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On the run, it's in goal. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. The Gators are in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And that pass intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wide out in motion. He wants to throw here on second down. Looking to buy time. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king, too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up 14 over Army. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Afterburners coming. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll run play action. Throwing right. It's caught. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Unloads to the right. Already find a hole in that secondary. Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys.
Easy.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Henderson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the counter. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown in. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point.
And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff could be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field. It's Montgomery. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D.
Flip it.
On the ground. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Florida State, 28.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's going to run it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
One more play to pad the stats. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going to take off, and he'll slide after picking up the first down. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
I'm really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out, execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.